Hey gang, my name's Erik Hatch.
Robby T.
Robby and I are fortunate enough to be a part of Hatch Coaching, and we have the perfect opportunity for people to understand how to better master the ISA game. Even more specifically, these inside sales agents, people want to know, how do you pay an ISA? And the best answer is not as little as possible.
Yeah,
Robby,
not.
how do we pay an ISA?
Yeah, so we structured it in a way where people are paid a balance of a salary. I would say maybe a moderate or modest salary.
Like two or $3 grand a month, right? Like,
Yep,
we're not
exactly.
gonna spill the beans. There's a bunch of rules that say that we can't tell you exactly what we're paying.
Exactly.
But 2 to 3 grand is about that modest salary because somebody's got to live and they got to eat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And as we know, it's a long-term game, so it gives them that threshold of putting some food on the table every month, that little safety net for them.
Yeah, but you said it's a combination of salary and then it's going to be a combination of
commission.
Yeah, and if it's a long-term game, can somebody expect a commission check in the first couple months of being an ISA?
Pretty darn rarely.
Yeah, it's going to be like finding a leprechaun riding a unicorn. It's going to be hard to find, and that's a commission check for an ISA in the first couple of months. What we can expect would be this is 6 months in, maybe, you get your first commission check. And that's because we want people to be setting up their ISAs, and how we do it at Hatch Realty, and we advise people with Hatch Coaching, is that you need to be having this person grind and not just take that low-hanging fruit that your team is already taken care of. Eventually, they're going to get that low-hanging fruit, right?
Yeah, usually it takes 12 plus months to really see things start rolling in too.
Yeah, so we need to have an ISA that's built for long-term success, and they know that they have to get through the tough stuff in order to get the fruits of their labor. And so what kind of percent are we paying, and what kind of percent do we advise people on paying?
Yeah, we pay 5% on the buy side and then 10% on the sell side. The best part, I think, for our business is that does not come out of the business cut. It comes out of the agent's commission. That way the company is not eating it, essentially.
Yeah, so it costs our company $2,000 or $3,000 a month to actually have the ISA. And of course, we're paying for marketing and leads and things, but the ISA is setting appointments for our team.
Right.
We actually don't have any of our agents work with have-not mets. They only work with Mets, people in their sphere. But Robby, why is this such a good insurance policy to have an ISA?
Yeah, so the greatest part about paying that commission is the vast majority of an ISA's salary, or income I should say, isn't coming from that salary, it's coming from that commission. Therefore, it's the best insurance policy because I, as an ISA, want to make sure that I'm not just setting an appointment, I'm following through after the fact to make sure the agent's doing their job really well.
You're a built-in manager if you're an ISA, aren't you?
Exactly.
You're managing the transaction, making sure that you don't get paid, and knowing that you don't get paid until the deal closes.
Right.
This final piece, Robby, is an important one. Should you pay per appointment?
I don't think it's necessary. I think the best model is something like we're doing, where you have skin in the game, not just in setting an appointment, because then I would set all the appointments in the world.
Even the ones that aren't necessarily qualified. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So instead, do the model of paying on the commission. That way, I'm concerned about setting high quality appointments and making sure that they become closings.
Now, the ISA model is a hard one to fill. It is one to compensate, and everybody has different compensation plans of what you pay for splits and everything else. Yeah. But know that you should be asking yourself, not how little can I pay this ISA, but how much can I pay this ISA? Because if they leave you, you're pressing restart every time on months, if not years of work that they've done. And so you need to do everything within your power to provide leadership for the ISA and management so that they feel fulfilled, and then help them understand that they have a lot of wealth coming. For example, last year, Robby only was an ISA active for a couple of months, and yet by the end of the year, he had helped us close 155 transactions.
Yeah.
Because the work he did in 2015 paid off in 2016, right? It was a grenade. It was a delayed response. And so your ISAs will get their wealth if they stay with you long term. So please do everything you can to keep them around for a long time.